Model answers from the Year 10 mock exam in history. Part 2. Germany, 1918 to 1945.
Question 2A. Are you surprised by this source? We have ways of making you use all the 3 C's.
Once upon a time, in a courtroom with a judge loyal to the Nazis, a young communist called Van der Lubbe was put on trial for treason, starring Hermann Göring. Welcome to the trial of Van der Lubbe, December 1933. So here's the source. It's from a British newspaper published in December 1933, and it's about the trial of Van der Lubbe, who was accused of burning down the Reichstag. The first of the C's then is content, and as you can see there's lots of useful content highlighted in red here. It would be a really good idea in your answer to try and use some of this that's highlighted in red to help support your answer and link back to whether you're surprised or not surprised. Now following on from that is context. The context is from it's a British source. It's a British newspaper published in December 1933. So we can use this context to help answer the question too. And this links now to our contextual knowledge because, as the slide shows, by December 1933 Hitler had started to take control of the courts. It's also not surprising that a British source is critical of the Nazis because the British were anti-Nazi. So why don't you look at your own answer from the mock, compare your answer to the last 3 slides and give it a go at improving it.
Question 2B. Why was 1923 a difficult year in Weimar Germany?
Clearly, this is a picture of a bailiff. If you think about what bailiffs do, if you fail to pay your debts or your credit, they will kick your door in and take goods to the value of. The relevance of this is that's precisely what France and Belgium did in 1923 when Germany failed to pay their reparations debts. So let's look at an answer that would get full marks. Here's the question. Explain why 1923 was a difficult year for Weimar Germany. It is worth 6 marks. As you can see on this slide, this student has used a lot of their own knowledge. You can see that here it's highlighted in red. So there's a lot of knowledge here that is supporting the answer. Some good examples of what was going on in 1923 and why it was a difficult year. You can also see there are 2 key clear reasons here that are listed, and that's all you need for 6 marks. You can see here, again in red, that this is clearly a good answer because they're linking back to the question. They're using words in their answer that are used in the question. 1923, difficult year, so it's much more likely to be relevant. The key term in the question is to explain, and you can see in the answer, once again on this slide highlighted in red, that connectives are used to give that explanation. So this made, so there's the example and then explaining why that made it a difficult year. This made it difficult for the government because. This made 1923 a difficult year because hyperinflation meant. So clear connectives used, very clear explanation.
Question 2C.
As you can see here, the key term here, key command term is how far. That means this needs to be a balanced answer. You have to argue how far. You have to argue ways in which the policies did make people's lives better and ways in which they didn't make people's lives better.
Oh yeah, this Send Through Joy program is sehr, sehr good. Ich liebe Deutschland.
Also, we are building lots and lots of works, creating lots of jobs. Rearmament and the growth of the army is going to make Germany great again.
With a little tank. Mutter, was ist für Dinner?
Ein tomato. Can't you see? Have you not seen the price of food these days? It is shocking. I'm working all these hours to pay for our dinner, and all you can do is whine like some little child. Now be quiet.
Here is the question. So give it a go. Improve it over how you managed in the mock. On this slide, you will see that there are a number of sentence starters which will help to guide and inform your response. If you're struggling, try using some of these. But as you can see when you look at them, there's a clear balance with a conclusion at the end. Good luck.